Would you like to use this? I'm Fumito Sugishita, 26 years old. I work in the sales department of Fan Gardening, a company that manufactures gardening supplies. Today, I was invited by my best friend from high school to go to a bar. That's when I noticed a woman sitting next to me looked like she was about to cry.
Thank you very much. Then I'll take you up on your offer.
I handed her a pocket tissue, thinking that would be the end of our interaction. But...
Please, I really want to talk to you again, Sugishita.
Huh? Before I knew it, this woman started telling me her worries, and the next thing I knew, she was asking me out on a date. I had no idea what was happening, and while I stood there in shock... What's this? I go to the bathroom for a second, and now things have gotten interesting. Nobunaga! What should I do? My best friend, Nobunaga Kuto, had come back, and I immediately turned to him for help. Huh? That's for you to decide. Personally, I think going on one date wouldn't hurt. But... Come on, aren't you usually the type to go along with invitations? When did you get so hesitant? But she's an heiress! There is no way someone like me is a good match for her! Right, this woman, Hitomi Momose, is apparently the daughter of the CEO of Pesh, a major home improvement store. I've always been a gloomy guy with no hobbies outside of indoor gardening, so the idea of dating someone like her made me hesitate. By the way, since Fumito was in the gardening club in high school, wouldn't a date spot related to plants be good? Wait, Nobunaga?
Then how about we rent out a botanical garden and have a private date for just the two of you?
That's... At least let's do something normal!
Then, does that mean you'll go on a date with me?
Ugh, cute! Like Nobunaga said, I'm not the type to actively make plans myself, but I rarely turn down invitations. So, when Hitomi looked at me with such expectant eyes, I naturally found myself nodding. Alright, can we go to a botanical garden I like? And so, I ended up going on a date with Hitomi, but... Hey, I heard about it, Sugishita. You're going on a date with the daughter of a major home improvement company, huh? Apparently, the president of Fan Gardening, Naine Sensu, saw what happened at the bar. He's the nephew of the previous president. When the previous president suddenly passed away a few months ago, Naine somehow took over the company. It seems there were still unresolved inheritance issues, and to make matters worse, this new president has serious personality problems. A gloomy guy like you, how the hell did you manage to win over a rich girl like that? It just happened while I was listening to her problems, that's all. Heh, whatever. I don't know what kind of hobby she has, but it looks like she took a liking to you. Then use this chance to suck up to her and get her products into that home improvement store. Wait, I can't mix my personal life with work like that. Oh, are you defying me? I'm the one who's keeping a gloomy guy like you employed. You're probably useless in sales anyway, right? Then at least contribute to my company in whatever way you can. Huh, but it's not like he'll know what we talked about during the date. I can just brush it off. If I avoid discussing work, I should be able to get through this somehow. That's what I thought, but the following week... I have a fever. I'm sorry. Even though you invited me.
No, if you're not feeling well, it can't be helped. Please take care of yourself.
On the day of our date, I came down with a high fever and ended up bedridden. Naturally, our date was cancelled, but... You canceled the date? What the hell are you doing? When I was pressed for answers, I honestly explained what happened. That only made Naine even angrier. Even if you had a fever, you should have dragged yourself there, you useless idiot. You're fired. Is that so? Thank you for everything. I did feel attached to my coworkers, who treated both Fan Gardening's products and a gloomy guy like me with respect, but I had no reason to stay under this president. So while thinking about my next job, I walked away from the company.
Still, I never expected to work with you again, Sugishita.
A few months later, I found myself face to face with Hitomi in a Pesh conference room. I had joined Honest Gardening, another gardening supply company, and they happened to be a supplier for Pesh. I didn't expect you to be the person in charge either. I look forward to working with you. By the way, I never told her why I left my previous job. If she found out, she would probably feel guilty for inviting me on that date.
Sugishita, your knowledge is impressive. Your proposals, backed by thorough market research, are amazing. I'm really glad you're the one handling this.
No, it's just that I love this field. I was in the gardening club in high school, so I've been familiar with it for a long time.
That dedication and the way you put your heart into what you love is truly wonderful.
As I looked back at her smile, I suddenly remember the first time we met.
Actually, I often get caught up in trouble.
Back then, I was just a gloomy guy with no real advice to give outside of gardening. Yet, somehow, we had gone on multiple dates since then, and her attitude toward me hadn't changed. I don't mean to sound rude, but did we meet before that night at the bar?
No, I think that was our first meeting. If I had talked to someone as wonderful as you before, I definitely remember.
Hearing her say that so confidently made me feel awkward, so it really was just that night at the bar that made her interested in me. I had no other clues, and the mystery only deepened. That's obvious, man. It's 'cause you're a good guy. A few days later, I consulted Nobunaga, and he looked at me like I had just asked the dumbest question in the world. Think about it. Back in high school, you were the only one who didn't judge me. You've got guts that normal guys don't. Huh, but to me, it always seemed weird that people were afraid of or mad at you. Nobunaga was a short-tempered delinquent who didn't fit in at school. When he felt out of place, he would sometimes retreat to the empty flower beds and talk to me while I was gardening. Another fight? Not my fault. They threw the first punch. All I did was tell them to stop messing with a stray cat. Oh, then for that cat, you must be a hero. You're the only one who said such embarrassing things to me. Really? But when I hear your stories, it makes me think you have a strong sense of justice. You actually believe what I say? Yeah. I've never seen you start a fight yourself, so I have no reason to doubt you. I only believe in what I've seen and heard with my own eyes and ears. I see. Thanks, Sugishita. Back then, I was constantly misunderstood by those around me. I gave up on a lot of things and even ran away from my own life. But because you believed in me, I started to think that maybe I could face myself. The reason I can live properly now is all thanks to you, Fumito. Thinking back, I realized my way of life is pretty optimistic. But if it helped Nobunaga, then maybe I can take a little pride in how I think. Well, not fitting into school doesn't mean you're a failure as a person. Just like how not all plants grow the same way with just water and fertilizer, people also need different approaches to thrive. That's why I believed there was a way for you to find a place where you belong. But in the end, you're the one who figured that out. I just listened. I didn't really do much. Your only flaw is your low self-esteem. Right now, I feel like debating just how great you actually are, but instead, that bastard Sensu. Who the hell does he think he is, calling you useless? He was the real deadweight in the company. Wait, calm down, Nobunaga! Maybe I should drag him out and hang him in front of the company building. And then, I'll slap a paper crown on his head just for fun. Stop! This isn't some medieval battle for the throne! You'll get arrested! It's fine. You've already helped me plenty, Nobunaga. As I struggled to stop him from going on a rampage, I slightly regretted bringing up my wrongful termination. Well, if you say so, I won't push it. But if anything happens, come to me. Yeah, thanks, Nobunaga. A month later, I visited Pesh again, but something seemed off about Momose. Please take care of yourself.
Thank you. Actually, I've been a little sleep deprived lately.
I thought so. Then let's keep today's meeting brief.
No, my time with you is valuable, Sugashita. Just talking with you will help recharge my energy.
A few weeks later, I can't believe that bastard's company actually went under. News of Fan Gardening's bankruptcy reached us. I figured it would happen eventually, but I didn't think it would be this fast. After work, Nobunaga and I were talking about it as we walked home together. Found you, Sugishita. What are you doing here? He had been waiting for me near my house. This is your fault, if it weren't for you. Please stop. If you really think about it, this was your own doing. Shut up! A gloomy loser like you has no right to talk back to me. Oh my. If you continue insulting my best friend, I won't stay quiet. Damn it! If you hadn't sued me for wrongful termination, you even got yourself a damn lawyer. That's right. Nobunaga became a lawyer, and I consulted him about my wrongful termination right after I left the company. Apparently, I had inspired him to become a lawyer by calling him justice-minded back in the day. We merely exercised your rightful claim for damages. I heard that by the time you fired Sugishita, your company was already struggling. After I was fired, word spread, and other employees started quitting one after another.
Do you even realize how much Sugashita contributed to this company? No one wants to work under someone who would throw him out over such petty reasons.
They tried hiring replacements, but they couldn't train them fast enough, and the company's performance plummeted. Still, if you hadn't sued, I could have turned things around. Because of you, rumors spread in the industry, and more contracts got cancelled. Well, that's hardly surprising. Forcing employees to seduce clients to secure deals, then firing them if they refused? At least now you understand how your actions are perceived objectively. Gah. Are we done here? If so, we'll be going. Wait! Huh? Pardon me, you got too close, so my old instinct slipped out. Is there anything else you need? No, Under Nobunaga's piercing gaze, Sensu fell silent. Then, suddenly, he collapsed to the ground and pressed his forehead to the pavement. Sugishita, I sincerely apologize for everything I've done. I have no job now, and if this continues, I won't be able to pay off my debts. So please, can you help me get hired at Honest Gardening? That's... Even if you bow your head, I can't help you. I don't have that kind of authority. Can't you do something? My uncle gave you a job despite you being practically useless. Shouldn't you repay that debt by helping me now? If that's how you think, then I really have nothing to say to you. After all this, why does he think I would help him? As I sighed and prepared to leave with Nobunaga.
Oh my, Sensu! What are you doing here?
How are you here? Under the moonlight, Momose arrived with an air of composure, making Sensu freeze in terror.
Obviously, I rushed over because I was worried about Sugashita. I knew your hostility would turn towards him eventually.
A few weeks ago, Momose warned me. And after consulting Nobunaga, he started accompanying me to and from work.
Sugashita has been assigned the Momose family security detail, so everything you just did was completely monitored.
Wait, I never heard about this, Momose.
Of course not. I kept it a secret from you too. You know the saying, deceive your allies first to fool your enemies.
That doesn't seem quite right.
Well, enough joking around. Sensu, I already warned you, didn't I? If you so much as approached Sugashita, I wouldn't let it slide. And yet, what exactly is this situation supposed to be? I thought I had thoroughly disciplined you for your previous stalking behavior, but it seems you still haven't learned your lesson.
Turns out, Momose had been losing sleep because she had been dealing with Sensu. Apparently, when fan gardening's business started declining, Sensu persistently pursued her. Don't you think I'm far more attractive than someone like Sugishita? Why don't we go on a date together? He had no genuine interest in her. He just wanted to use her connection to Pesh. But as word of his shallow scheme spread throughout the industry, Momose also learned how I had been forced out of my job. As a result, his company's decline became irreversible.
Your plan to get our store to stock your products without making any effort to improve them was absurd enough. But claiming you're more attractive than Sugashita? That was beyond ridiculous. You don't even know what I love about him, do you? So how could you possibly assume you're better than him? It's honestly baffling. Sugashita saved me that day.
Because of her family background, she's always been surrounded by people trying to win her favor. It made it hard for her to trust in genuine friendships or love, and she struggled with that for a long time.
On top of that, men I didn't even like would constantly fawn over me, while women resented me behind my back. Whenever I talked about these struggles, people would dismiss them as a spoiled rich girl's problems. Yes, I know I've been fortunate. I know there are people who suffer more than I do. That's why I kept wondering if I even had the right to be troubled by something like this. But then...
That's not true. Only you can understand your own pain. It's absurd to let others decide how much you should suffer. You need to face your own pain instead of looking away. If you don't, one day, it will completely break you.
That day, when I first met Sugashita, his words made me realize how much I had been wearing myself down without noticing. He didn't care about my status. He simply acknowledged my pain with kindness. That's why I fell in love with him. From the start, you only approached me for personal gain, knowing I was the president's daughter. You never had a chance. You dismissed a talented employee like Sugashita as useless, proving you have no business acumen whatsoever. And instead of taking responsibility for your failures, you tried to blame him? That's nothing but pathetic resentment. Your downfall is entirely your own doing. Until you accept that, your life will never improve. Then again, considering how you completely ignored my last warning and came here anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if you keep spiraling downhill from here.
No! What more do you want from me?
Well, that's up to you. But if you'd like, I can personally ensure your downfall.
No, not at all! Since then, he has been drowning in debt and barely scraping by. No money, no food! Someone, please help me! Maybe some unseen force is working against him, but he hasn't been able to land a decent job. He's stuck living day to day, just trying to survive. He learned the hard way. Some people should never be crossed.
Now that I've told you my true feelings, what do you think, Sugashita?
That day, after our encounter with Sensu, Momose hesitantly asked me that question.
I've tried to become someone worthy of standing beside you. But since you rarely share your struggles, I always feel like I can't quite catch up to you.
No, I should apologize. I've always been optimistic, so I don't intend to dwell on my worries. But after everything that happened, I realized how much you cared about me. Knowing that made me happy, and at the same time, I realized that I love you. I might not be someone truly worthy of your position, but I'll keep working hard, both professionally and personally, so that one day I can proudly stand beside you. Hitomi Momose, will you go out with me?
Yes! I'll do my best to grow into someone who can fully support you.
You can't judge people based on appearances or titles alone. Happiness and suffering. Only the person living it can truly understand them.
Sugashita, look at these flowers. They're beautiful.
Ah, those are azaleas. Their flower meaning is... Even if we can't fully understand someone's pain, we can still help them. With the right mindset, this world can become a happier place for everyone. I don't usually look at my partner's phone. The ringtone just caught my attention for a moment. But the notification that popped up, those few lines told me everything. I saw the notification. What's this about?
This is, that is...
You're cheating on me? My name's Taichi Akishima. I'm 29 years old.
Look, this is more like prenuptial doubts.
The woman frantically making excuses in front of me is Shino Mirengama, my fiancée, who's a year younger than me. If that's the case, you could have talked to me about your worries before cheating on me. I thought I made plenty of time for you, Shino. Anyway, let's talk this through with the guy you cheated with. Shino's affair partner, Tomoya Kuzuna, is a young, frivolous-looking guy. Even after learning that I'm Shino's fiancé, he didn't seem surprised or remorseful at all. I didn't have romantic feelings for her or anything. But, you know, being with an engaged woman kinda gives you a thrill.
I never wanted to be with Tomoya forever. I only love you, Taichi. Please, Taichi, forgive me. I can't live without you.
I don't care about feelings or who's your true love. To me, what you two did is just cheating. So I'm breaking off my engagement with you, Shino. And since, Tomoya, you knew she was engaged and still got involved with her, I'll be demanding compensation from both of you. And so, I ended things with Shino. Even without hiring a celebrity, I need to come up with an event that will get everyone excited. Right after breaking off my engagement, I went to work, still carrying the weight of being cheated on. I've always loved entertaining people, which is why I work for a small event planning company. It's a great workplace that I really love, but the budget we can allocate to projects is limited. Creating an amazing event within those constraints is critical, but I've been stuck in a slump. Huh? Who's messaging me? After getting home, I lay in bed, aimlessly stewing in my thoughts, when my phone buzzed. It was a message in a group chat for my elementary school classmates. A class reunion, huh? They've been holding it every year since we became adults, but I've never attended once. Class reunions are always on Saturdays, and I usually can't take Saturdays off because of work. Oh wait, I did request to stay off ahead of time for a meeting with Shino's family, didn't I? Just realizing I could attend, I briefly thought of my former fiancée before shaking her out of my mind and recalling old memories instead. Back in elementary school, I was a troublemaker, always playing pranks. I would put paint tubes under the teacher's chair cushions, or spray a smelly mist on the principal's mic before school assembly. I just wanted to entertain people, but all my pranks were terrible and got me scolded often. That said,
Taichi, it's wonderful to want to entertain or help people. But you can't do that by causing trouble for others. If you can figure out what you can do without causing harm, you'll become an amazing adult.
okay, I'm sorry for what I did earlier. When I was in 3rd grade, my teacher's advice changed me. Her words inspired me to bring joy without causing trouble, which led me to join an event planning company. Why did I do that back then? I try to recall, but it's been 20 years. My memories are just fragments now. Well, whatever. Maybe it'll come back to me. The teacher can't make it, but this could be a good chance to clear my head. I should go. And so, I RSVP'd to attend and began looking forward to the reunion day.
Taichi, it's been forever.
It's the first time we've seen you since we all became adults. How have you been? On the day of the reunion, I was nervous about seeing everyone again, but I somehow ended up becoming the center of attention. Work's kept me busy, so I've struggled to get time off.
Oh yeah, you said you were joining an event planning company.
That kind of job sounds like it'd be busiest on weekends.
But you know, it's the perfect job for you, Taichi. You've always been great at hyping people up. Yeah, though until around middle grades, you were a mischievous little rascal.
Remember when you pressed a fire alarm during class even though there wasn't a fire? You confessed right away and apologized, but a fire truck still came, and it was a whole ordeal. Looking back now, I was such a pain. Come to think of it, I think that was the same day the teacher gave me her advice. But why did I do that? While I was pulling at the threads of memory, the topic of conversation shifted.
You've really matured into a calm, grown-up man, huh?
So, how's your personal life? You're not married, right? Well, actually, I just broke up with my fiancée because she cheated on me. So, yeah, I'm single now. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have brought the mood down at such a fun gathering. No, it's okay. We didn't know. Sorry for asking something sensitive. While I was apologizing and deflecting my classmates' sympathetic stares, a voice cut in urgently.
Is that true?
A woman suddenly barged into her conversation with a desperate expression. Yeah, it's true, but, it's Shiori Tachikawa. You've really changed, haven't you? What, Tachikawa? Tachikawa was my 3rd grade classmate. I vaguely remember sitting next to her once. She was shy and quiet, so we didn't talk much, as far as I recall.
It's really you, Taichi Akashima. It's been so long.
Yeah, it has. You've changed a lot.
Thank you. So about what you just said. I know starting a relationship right now might be impossible, but could we start as friends?
Her sudden confession left not only me, but everyone around us stunned.
I've liked you since we were in 3rd grade. Back then, I didn't have the courage to tell you, and as adults, you always seemed too busy to meet. But I just couldn't give up on you.
I was bewildered. After all, back in 3rd grade, I was just a mischievous brat causing trouble all the time. Thank you, but why me?
Well, maybe I could explain after we're friends. It's a bit embarrassing to say here.
Yeah, you're right. I'm a little shaken too, sorry. For now, should we exchange contact info?
Yes!
And so, I began a new connection with Shiori Tachikawa. Wait, you run a company? Chatting and texting with Shiori was enjoyable, and our first date went smoothly. Today marks our 3rd date, and we started talking about work when she dropped a surprising fact.
Yes. Our agency manages influencers like YouTubers and Instagrammers who have significant societal impact. I've always been shy and withdrawn, right? Since I couldn't change that, I decided to work behind the scenes to support people with talent in those areas.
It's amazing that you can recognize both your strengths and weaknesses and turn them into a career.
Thank you. And I have a suggestion. Could some of our influencers appear at events that your company organizes?
What? That's an incredible offer! But with our budget, I can't promise a high appearance fee.
I understand that, but I think these events could also help our influencers grow their careers. Even if they can't participate in every event, I thought we might be able to support you in some way.
After some negotiations with Shiori and her influencers, we arranged for them to appear at several events.
How is it? Do you think we were able to help a little?
It's more than just a little. Thanks to the influencers' promotions, attendance has skyrocketed. Let me treat you to drinks as thanks. How about it?
Yes! Great! All the hard work has finally paid off.
As our events continued to succeed, I was interviewed by a business magazine. Our success owes a lot to the influencers who collaborated with us. It's also significant that they've matched with events that suit their strengths. Their thoughtful and proactive efforts have been a tremendous help. Thank you so much for everything. Honestly, this success wouldn't have been possible without you. Over drinks at the pub we once promised to visit, I formally thanked Shiori again.
No, Taichi. You also spoke about influencers seriously in the magazine, didn't you? There are still many biases and misunderstandings that influencers just make easy money doing what they like. Hearing you describe their dedication to their work made me really happy. And to be honest, I helped because I wanted to repay you.
Repay me?
Don't you have any idea why?
No, sorry. Also, I was really surprised to hear you liked me since 3rd grade. Back then, I think I caused more trouble for others than anything else.
That's just how natural it was for you, wasn't it? I see.
Seeing Shiori's warm smile, something stirs deep within me. A memory I've forgotten. Hey, Shiori, can you tell me? Why me? Now that we are friends, I thought I would ask the question I couldn't back then. But just as Shiori nodded and opened her mouth to answer, an unexpected interruption occurred.
I won't forgive this!
Why are you here? To my shock, my former fiancée, Shino, had shown up. My thoughts froze for a moment.
Why else? I happened to see you today, so I followed you. I had no choice since you wouldn't answer my calls.
Wait, followed me? What the hell? Also, I blocked your number, so I didn't even know you were trying to contact me.
That doesn't matter. Taichi, you were about to confess to this woman, weren't you? I won't allow that. I won't forgive it.
Her warped words and expression pulled my thoughts back into motion.
At that time, I was just not in the right state of mind. I can't live without you, Taichi. Please, let's start over.
A twisted smile with twisted words. This isn't the woman I used to know. Speaking carefully to avoid provoking her, I replied, "Whether you forgive it or not doesn't matter to me. A former fiancée has no right to interfere in my love life, does she? And of course, I have no intention of starting over with you. Whatever your reasons for cheating, I can't imagine being with someone who wouldn't talk to me first.
No way.
Besides, there's someone I care about now." With that, I turned to Shiori and smiled. I owe who I am today to my classmate, Shiori Tachikawa. Without her, I might have spiraled into self-destruction. She's the one who supported me and helped me recover.
No! Taichi, you're being deceived by this woman.
What?
I looked into it since you were in a magazine. Isn't this woman the head of that agency? Sure, your events were a success thanks to her, but why would a classmate go out of their way to be that nice? She must have some ulterior motive.
Don't speak ill of Tachikawa. I had been trying to avoid provoking her, but this made me raise my voice. Seeing her flinch, I continued speaking. Tachikawa isn't just thinking about me. She's also a capable CEO who cares deeply about the influencers she manages. Her kindness isn't the kind of shallow act driven by ulterior motives. She's someone who works hard to express her gratitude and makes it meaningful. That's the kind of person she is. And compared to her, what are you? Ignoring my feelings, clinging to the past, and wanting to get back together just because you're not over me? Dream on. A selfish person like you has no right to criticize Tachikawa. Then, for the first time, Tachikawa quietly speaks.
Do you truly love Akashima-kun? What? Of course I do. Then what have you done for him so far? What I've done? You can't just ask me that all of a sudden. I've been in love with Akishima-kun for 20 years. I'm not good at expressing myself, so I grew up unable to confess those feelings. Akishima-kun didn't even show up at the reunions, but through the grapevine, I heard he was working at an event company. That's why I created a management agency for influencers. Of course, my desire to support talented influencers isn't a lie. But one of the reasons was that I wanted to support the work he was doing so passionately. As someone saved by Akishima-kun 20 years ago, I wanted to do whatever I could for him. For me, it's my first love, but it's also a way of repaying a debt of gratitude. So, have you thought of anything yet? What have you done for Akishima-kun up until now?
Shino remained silent, prompting Tachikawa to sigh in exasperation.
It seems you really are a selfish person. If you were sincerely thinking about Akishima-kun and he accepted you, I would have gladly stepped aside. Because as long as Akishima-kun is happy, just being able to repay my debt of gratitude would have been enough for me. But that's impossible. You're just forcing your selfish feelings onto him. I won't yield to someone like you.
Tachikawa leans in to whisper something to Shino with a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. Shino turns pale.
If you don't understand what I'm saying and still plan to cling to him in the future, I might just crush you entirely using any means necessary. Ah! I'm so sorry.
Perhaps frightened by Tachikawa's demeanor, Shino fled the restaurant in a panic.
I only meant it as a joke, but I'm glad she wasn't as bold as I thought. I apologize for showing you such an unpleasant scene.
Tachikawa apologized to the nearby customers, and I quickly join her in bowing before we leave the restaurant. After that, Shino never appeared before me again, and I now enjoy peaceful days.
If Taiji has a change of heart, I'm sure he'll come back to me. Love me not. Love me not. Love me.
Apparently, she's being holed up in her house, mumbling to herself, and that's no longer my concern. As for Shino's affair partner, Tomoya Kuzuna, I heard you've been messing around with her boss's daughter, huh? Hey, I'm sorry. It seems he foolishly got involved with the daughter of a dangerous organization's leader. Somewhere on the streets, his screams echoed, and after that, no one heard of him again.
You know, I still have the note you gave me back then, Akishima-kun.
On another day, while visiting her old elementary school, Tachikawa suddenly pulled a piece of notebook paper from her bag. This is... Written on it were the words, "Go to the restroom while I activate the fire alarm."
So you remembered?
Yeah, so that's why you... Yes, that day, I set off the fire alarm as a prank to help Tachikawa go to the restroom. During class, I noticed Tachikawa trembling beside me, her face pale. I acted immediately. Here, read this, quickly!
Okay.
Fire! Look, over there! Smoke's rising! Everyone, get out now! I shouted as I bolted into the hallway and pressed the fire alarm.
Akishima-kun.
After being scolded by the teacher and left alone, Tachikawa, who rarely raised her voice, approached me.
Thank you for today, but I'm sorry, it was because of me.
Ah, that's right. It was then. I didn't want to hear her apology, so I said this, and after that, her expression. I just wanted to be a hero once. Thanks, Tachikawa.
Yeah, thank you, Hiro.
The smile I saw at the izakaya overlapped with this one. That déjà vu, it was from this moment.
Back then, I was too shy to admit I needed to use the restroom during class. But thanks to you, I could leave the panicked classroom unnoticed and get to the restroom in time. And when the teacher was doing roll call, you admitted to the prank so no one realized I wasn't there. If not for that, I might have ended up embarrassing myself, becoming the class laughingstock. I probably wouldn't have been able to go back to school and might have dropped out entirely. So, thank you again, truly.
I'm glad I could help, but honestly, I wasn't thinking deeply about it back then. There were probably better ways to handle it. Even the teacher, despite what I did, was unusually kind. They must have figured out my reasoning.
No matter what others think, to me you've always been my hero since that day, Akashima-kun. And now you're still my hero. Akashima-kun, will you go out with me?
I always wanted to make people laugh, but it was her who taught me not to let it become a selfish act. I love you too, Shiori.
Really? Thank you, Taichi-kun. Oh, I've always wanted to call you that.
For the 20 years she held onto her feelings for me, what can I do to repay her? Even if I don't have the answer right now, I'm sure the person I've become today can offer her the love she deserves. Congratulations, Kojiro! It's amazing that you passed that tough school! I'm Eijiro Maizuru, a second-year high school student. I lost my father at an early age and live with my mother and younger brother. We're not wealthy, but we're a happy family. Thanks, big brother. I could do my best because you're always cheering for me. I congratulated my younger brother, Kojiro, who is 2 years younger, and he smiled happily. Then I'll treat my cute little brother to a celebration. I just got my part-time pay, so let's go all out. No, it's fine. You should use it for yourself. No, I want to do something for you. You're my cute little brother after all. I see. Thanks. The brother who unlocked his academic potential is my greatest pride. Then, time passed, and my brother successfully entered high school. Shortly after, I was approached by my mother for consultation. Huh? He wants to be a lawyer? Kojiro?
Yes, that's right. He says he wants to take the bar exam after graduating from high school.
No, I think it would be better to study something more specialized in college.
Right. I'll make sure to explain it properly. Ichiro will also go to college next year, so I'll need to work even harder.
About that, I'm going to work after high school. I don't have a specific goal for the future, and I think I'll just be wasting money if I went to college. But Kojiro is different. He has a big dream, and I want him to achieve it. That's why I want Kojiro to go to college.
Ichiro, is it really okay? Won't you regret it?
I won't regret it. Honestly, if I can help Kojiro's dream come true, I'll be proud as his older brother. Though I didn't say it, I knew it would be tough for us to get by on just my mother's income. So, I figured it would be better for me to work and cover her living expenses.
I see. Thank you, Ichiro.
So I decided to pursue a career and started working as a full-time employee at a local company. However, a year later, an unexpected event happened. My mother, who had been healthy, suddenly became ill, and it became difficult for her to continue working. With the current income, things are tough. Kojiro wants to go to a local national university, but there are still a lot of expenses involved. I was desperate and looked at high-income job pages on job sites, but most of them were in the sex industry. Looking for cabaret club manager candidate, with a monthly salary nearly 3 times what I currently earn. After much deliberation, I decided to step into the world of the sex industry. My mother was worried, but I convinced her that I had confidence in my physical strength. I kept it a secret from Kojiro, not wanting to worry him about his upcoming university entrance exams. I told my mother that I was transferring to a distant location for work, and I moved out of the house and into the store's dormitory. Welcome! Do you have a reservation? I was aware that I had entered a different world, but I worked hard to make it work.
Hey, new guy. You're doing well. If you run into any trouble, feel free to ask me anytime.
She's Ari Takurami, the #1 cabaret girl at the store, and she's kind to me, a new employee.
You're saving up money for your dreams, right? That's wonderful. I'm rooting for you.
Yes, I'll do my best. Technically, it's from my brother's dream. I had told some people, including the owner and Ari, that I started working here because I needed money. After completing the 3-month training period, I received the salary promised by the job site, and my monthly remittances to my mother increased significantly, which relieved my daily stress. Later, my brother passed the entrance exam for the law department at a local national university. I was able to cover all the expenses for the exam fees and entrance fees. 4 years later, I continued to work at the cabaret. My mother's illness wasn't improving, and I wanted to continue the high-paying job to support my brother's education. Kojiro seems busy with his studies, but I wonder if he's not overdoing it. When I went to visit my mother a little while ago, I couldn't meet Kojiro, and I began to worry more.
Maizuru, I have a favor to ask.
After work one day, Ari stopped me.
I left my pouch at the shop. Could you go get it for me? You're holding the shop's key, right?
Sure, you've helped me a lot, so I'll get it right away. My heart races as Ari smiles and thanks me, but the next day, an incident occurred. What the heck is this? The cash in the envelope has been replaced with pieces of paper. The money for today's salary distribution. The owner says that all the cash in the safe has been replaced with paper. After yesterday's shift, the envelope definitely had money in it. I put it in the safe and came in earlier than anyone else today. So, whoever stole it must have snuck in after I left, in the middle of the night. Maizuru, do you know anyone? A bad feeling rushes over me. The only person besides the owner who has the shop key is me. And I came here last night to pick up Ari's lost item. I did enter the store last night at Ari's request, but I don't have the key to the safe, so there's no way I could have stolen it. I desperately argue with the owner, but...
I did ask Maizuru to go get my pouch. But it was only because he said he had something to do at the shop. I just asked him as a favor.
What? I never said that. What? Are you saying Ari's lying? Ari, who is kind to everyone, is trusted by the owner, and the owner begins to doubt me more. I checked the security cameras in the elevator and hallway, but you were the only one going in and out last night. You may have secretly made a copy of the safe's key.
Maizuru, you needed money for your dreams, right? I thought so.
No, that's not true. It wasn't me. Ari's lying. I'm sure of it. But the owner didn't listen and called the police. I was taken in for questioning. I wonder what's going to happen from here. In the end, I was released by the police due to insufficient evidence, but I may still be called in for questioning in the future. Thinking of the tiniest possibility, I emailed my mother about the situation before voluntarily accompanying the police. I was effectively fired from my job. In the world of the sex industry, there are still stores that don't have proper employment contracts or work regulations. Our store was one of them. As I walked with various worries on my mind, Big brother! It was Kojiro, my younger brother, who called out to me and ran over. I was surprised to see him there. I heard from Mom. She said you were in a tough situation. I see. So that's why you came to check on me. Sorry for worrying you. I'm okay though. You're not okay. How long are you planning to carry everything on your own just because you're my older brother? I'm not a kid anymore. I want you to rely on me a little. Kojiro, you've really grown up and became an adult since I last saw you. I understand. I'll tell you everything that happened. We moved to a family restaurant, and I told Kojiro everything that had happened. I believe in your innocence. Thanks, Kojiro. But I was worried because things were going well financially, so I thought you were doing a dangerous job, but I never expected you to be involved in a sex industry. I guess that's the case. I was an idiot. If only I had at least made sure to sign a proper contract. I need to find a new job where I can earn about the same salary as now. Oh, don't worry about that. Once I graduate from college, I'll become a judicial trainee, so I'll be getting a stipend. I've already been accepted at a law office, and once my training is done, I'll work there. Wait, you passed without going to grad school? Impressive! I was able to pass because I studied specialized things in college. If I had been a high school graduate, I might not have passed so quickly. Kojiro studied for the preliminary exams and bar exams while attending university, and was apparently also moving forward with job hunting. That must have been busy. This is all because you worked so hard for me, big brother. You knew about it? Yeah, that day, I overheard you and Mom talking. I knew you would prioritize me no matter what I said, so I didn't try to oppose it. Kojiro. Hey, big brother, how about I ask the director of the law office to hire you too? I'll talk to them. Huh? No, that's not right. It's okay. I was really in demand and busy, so I'm sure they'll listen to me. I've always wanted to repay you, big brother. Isn't this the time? Let me do something a little unreasonable for once. Kojiro. Also, I'm not the only one who's grateful to you, big brother. Mom has finally recovered, and it's been decided that she'll return to work. Mom and I can handle taking care of you from now on. So, please come back home. Thank you, Kojiro. So I decided to quit working at the cabaret and go back home.
I'm sorry for the trouble I caused you, Eiichiro.
Mom, I'll make sure to repay you, so please rest well now. Then, Kojiro introduced me to his job at Lovekoi Law Office. I consulted with them about how to handle the incident at the cabaret, and as a result, I didn't get arrested. Furthermore, when I asked the director for advice, it turned out that a staff member had just retired.
Although I heard you're on a medical leave, I couldn't just leave someone with your experience in such a situation.
No, I've been looking for work as well, and I would really like to accept this offer. Thanks to Kojiro, I really ended up finding a job. Meanwhile, Ari Takurami, having retired from the sex industry, had started a cosmetics company called Ikasama Cosmetics.
The successful launch of the company is thanks to Katsuki and the others. Thank you.
No, your natural talent is also a huge factor. You really know how to get money from a rich old man.
I get men to do exactly what I want with just a little sweet talk. Life is easy for me.
Ari, who is dating Katsugi, smiles wickedly. Time passed, and I became 27 years old. I still work as a clerk at Lovekoi Law Office. A few months after I started working, Kojiro began working as well, and his work was incredible. Please sort these documents for this case and prepare them to be submitted to the court.
Got it?
And one person who diligently follows him is Karin Yosano. She's Kojiro's paralegal. A paralegal is a specialist who assists lawyers with their work in a law office. By the way, I also want to become a paralegal someday to support Kojiro, so I'm studying law every day.
You're amazing, Maizuru-san, both in your studies and work.
No, I'm just desperately trying not to be a hindrance to my talented younger brother. I still feel like I haven't been able to help him as much as you, Yosano-san, but I'm working on it.
I'm sure Maizuru-sensei will appreciate that feeling. Also, Maizuru-sensei always brags about you. There aren't many families where people care about each other this much, are there? So I'm not only envious, but also happy that I can work with such a wonderful older brother of him like you.
Huh? What do you mean? Just as I was about to ask what she meant, Yosano-san, we were just having a little chat. Oh, were you in the middle of a romantic meeting?
No, we were just talking for a bit.
I see. I thought Yosano-san wouldn't mind if you were dating my brother. What are you talking about? And I missed a chance to ask my question.
By the way, if we're talking about the thing, shouldn't we tell Maizuru-san soon?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. What's the thing? The content shared by my brother and Yosano left me stunned, as if I had been struck by lightning. A few weeks later, I, Yosano-san, and Kojiro arrived at a year-end party venue. Whoa, this place is amazing!
I'm starting to feel like I don't belong here.
Well, it's a year-end party for emerging entrepreneurs, so it has to be this glamorous, right? Looking at it again, the name is packed with things to tease.
Oh, Maizuru-kun. It's been a while.
Ari-san. As I was talking, I was called over by Ari Takurami. It seems she too was invited to the new and promising entrepreneurs-only year-end party.
So, are you also a business owner since you're here?
No, I'm here with my colleagues.
Oh, I see. So, Maizuru-kun, are you an employee at one of their companies? Nice to meet you. I'm Ari Takurami, the president of Ikasame Cosmetics, a cosmetics company. Ikasama Cosmetics? I've heard of it.
It's been all over social media recently, hasn't it? Ikasama Cosmetics succeeded with its social media video strategy aimed at younger audiences, and now it seems like their sales are steadily increasing.
I'm so glad you know about it. By the way, has he caused you any trouble? Actually, he was suspected of stealing at his previous job.
Ari speaks with a tone that makes it seem like she's genuinely concerned. The thickness of her skin sends shivers down my arm at that moment.
Huh? What's going on?
Suddenly, the lights in the venue go out, and a large monitor on stage starts playing a video. The location appears to be some kind of bar. Ari Takurami and Katsugi Katabo are drunkenly causing a ruckus.
Ugh, that old man is so persistent. He thinks he can pressure me just because he's a single rich guy who invested in my company.
Should we teach him a lesson? Let's drug him with strong alcohol, take a picture of him and me in bed together, and then blackmail him for money. It'll be a 2-in-1 deal, right? By the way, is the FXC thing still fine?
It's fine. As long as we say there's individual variation in results, it's okay. Honestly, it's the fools who get fooled by social media. The stupid customers who take information at face value will never sue us.
That's perfect. Selling cosmetics is so easy and profitable.
What is this?
The lights in the venue come back on, and Ari Takurami stands there dumbfounded. Then, if what was shown in the video is true, it could lead to charges like extortion, violation of the Pharmaceutical Affairs Law, and the Act Against Deceptive Advertising. Kojiro's cold voice echoes through the room, and Ari shrinks back.
What's this?
Oh, my apologies. I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Maizuru Kojiro, an attorney at Lovekoi Law Office, and the younger brother of Maizuru Eiichiro. Today, we held this imaginary year-end party for you, Ari Takurami. Yes, this year-end party was set up specifically to expose Ari, and it seems Kojiro and Yosano-san had been working tirelessly to gather evidence. I only found out about it a few weeks ago. The guests here were all invited by us, but I think you might recognize some of them. For example, this man here.
This is the man who invested a large sum into Ikasama Cosmetics. He plans to sue you for marriage fraud, claiming you tricked him into giving you money by making marriage proposals.
Also, there are many customers of Ikasama Cosmetics here. All of them have come to consult with Lovekoi Law Office and plan to file lawsuits against you.
This is the end for your company. But this isn't over yet. You mean there's still more?
Of course. There is no way I would forgive someone who tried to frame my brother.
I didn't do anything. Your brother stole the store's money.
Are you still saying that? Let's watch the rest of the video then. Yosano-san, please. When Yosano-san operates her phone, the venue goes dark again, and the video starts playing once more. It wasn't me. Ari planned everything. Oh? What kind of plan was that? We knew when the owner would put the cash for the payroll into the store's safe for one day. We studied the timing and the envelope he used. So then... According to him, after learning when the owner withdrew the money from the bank, they attacked with their friends. While the owner was distracted, they swapped the cash-filled envelopes with ones full of paper. In other words, they never even needed to break into the safe or enter the store in the first place. The owner thought we attacked him for a robbery, and we deliberately let him escape by making him think he got away. I see. The owner, thinking he had escaped danger, mistook the envelopes for real money, when in fact they were just paper. Then late at night, we made the staff with the key go get the forgotten item. Ari had someone she could easily blame for this, someone naive enough. I see. Well, I've told you everything. You'll let me go as promised, right? Yes, I'll let you go as promised. But how do you think the police, who have been listening in the hallway, will handle this? At the same time as Kojiro's words, several male detectives burst into the room and surround Katsuki. Hey, that's dirty! You're a lawyer, aren't you? Yes, and I know that letting you escape here would be a crime. Sorry, but I have no intention of becoming a criminal for your sake. The video suddenly cuts off.
If we get solid evidence from Katsuki's testimony, the police will turn their attention to you as well. I won't let anyone claim that Eiichiro committed theft.
My brother worked so hard for our family. I'll never forgive you for using him as a pawn in your trap. My brother's defense will be handled by our office's director. By the way, I'll never defend you, no matter what happens. Indeed, I was too naive. But no matter how gentle a person is, there are things they can't just let slide. I've been desperate to help my brother, and I put everything else aside. But now, I'll file a lawsuit for wrongful termination. This so-called imaginary year-end party closes with my declaration to Ari, who looks like the world has ended. Afterward, Ari Takurami, Katsugi Katabo, and their accomplices were arrested for various crimes. The bad reputation for violating the pharmaceutical affairs law and the act against deceptive advertising spread quickly, and Ikasama Cosmetics went bankrupt shortly after. Also, I filed a lawsuit for wrongful termination against my former cabaret job. Though there have been improvements, the sex industry still has too many wrongful terminations. I hope that soon, everyone working in the nightlife industry will receive fair treatment as a matter of course. Kojiro, Yosano-san, I want to thank you again for everything the other day. A few days after that imaginary year-end party, the three of us held another year-end gathering at my parents' house with my mother. I only did what was right for my benefactor.
Well, if we're talking about giving back, there's still so much I haven't repaid to you, Eiichiro.
It's fine, Mom. I don't want you overdoing it and making your illness come back.
What a wonderful family you have. I feel bad intruding, even though I'm just a colleague.
Then, shall we become a real family?
Huh?
I heard from my brother. He said you did a lot for me the other day. I had been slowly becoming more aware of you, Yosano-san. But your actions for my sake made me so happy, and I ended up falling for you. Karin Yosano, would you go out with me? Our actions, driven by our concern for the family, have strengthened our bonds through many twists and turns. That's something you can't gain if you're always scheming for your own advantage at the expense of others.
Yes, of course, I'd be happy to.
I'll pray for us to have someone to love and cherish, now and in the years to come, at the first shrine visit of the new year.
I love you, big bro. Hey, you two. If you don't get going soon, you're gonna be late for school. And Mom, I had to wash the dishes.
Ren, thank you as always.
I'm Ren Amasuka. My dad passed away when I was in elementary school, and my mom raised me and my younger siblings all on her own. We weren't well off, but I grew up surrounded by warmth and love. I always thought of myself as lucky, until high school.
Wearing hand-me-downs? How pathetic. I guess growing up poor in a single-parent household means happiness is just a pipe dream. Hey, Amatsuka-kun, do you want a handout? If you spin around 3 times and bark like a dog, maybe I'll grace you with a reward.
One of my classmates, Serena Toto, frequently harassed me like this. She was the daughter of the president of Toto Trading Corp, placing her firm at the top of the school social hierarchy. Not that she ever actually intended to give me anything. She just wanted to watch me humiliate myself. Toto, if you ask me nicely and bow your head, I'll help you pick out a perfume next time. Because that one really doesn't suit you.
What? You? Why are you laughing?
Of course, I had no intention of submitting to her. I brushed off her taunts with ease. What's wrong with being from a single-parent home? It was ridiculous to even engage with her nonsense. Despite Toto's constant pestering, my high school years passed by without much incident. That's right, this area's property value is expected to rise. However, considering your requirements... At 23, I now work at a custom home consultation service called Dream Homes. I started working here right after graduating high school, meaning I've been here for 5 years. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us today. If you have any further inquiries, please don't hesitate to contact us.
Great work, Amatsuka-kun. That was the last appointment for the day.
This is Kaoru Shirasaki, 28. She's my senior, known for her impeccable posture and clear way of speaking. Since she's a college graduate, she joined the company a year before me. She was my mentor when I first started.
You've really gotten the hang of customer service. And look at you, actually smiling now.
Oh, sorry about before.
Don't worry about it. Compared to when you first joined, when you acted like the whole world was against you, you've come a long way.
Back in high school, and even right after graduating, I kept people at arm's length. I hated being pitied for my circumstances, and didn't want to be mocked for being different. Since my natural hair was a bit lighter, and my eyes sharp, people often mistook me for a delinquent. Not many approached me. But thanks to Shirasaki-san constantly checking in on me, I've managed to change. I really appreciate it.
Seeing you grow and succeed at work is the best thanks I could ask for. Keep up the good work, young one.
A few days later at work, I have an unexpected reunion.
Amasuka-kun, this is our new temp worker. Show her the ropes, will ya? You're about the same age, so you should get along well.
I'm Serena Toto. Nice to meet you.
Ren Amasuka. Awkward. Given our history, I had no idea how this was going to play out, but... Toto-san, I need you to station in front of the station for customer outreach. Are you clear on our services?
Yes, Dream Homes offers free consultations for custom home construction. I was also informed that some new built condos aren't included in this service. Hello, we're Dream Homes Love Koi branch. We offer free consultations on custom-built homes and new apartments.
Serena's work ethic was surprisingly professional. She smiled warmly and interacted well with both parents and children. The day went by smoothly, without any trouble at all. So, has Toto changed? She's an adult now, working here as a temp by coincidence. And she's probably been through a lot too. I'd heard through the grapevine that Toto Trading Corp went bankrupt 3 years ago. The fact that she's working as a temp suggests that her family's financial situation isn't great.
Amatsuka-san.
Oh, Toto-san. Something wrong? You're done with work, right?
Yes, but I just, I wanted to properly apologize to you.
Oh, for high school? You don't have to say anything now. As long as your past behavior doesn't affect your work, I don't care.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll be here from tomorrow, so looking forward to working with you.
I knew I sounded cold, but I didn't want a meaningless apology.
This is just a little thank you for helping me at work the other day. It's not much, but...
Oh, you really didn't have to, but thanks.
You're welcome.
Over the next few weeks, Serena gradually closed the distance between us. Every time we talked, she smiled as if she was genuinely happy. I don't get it!
How very intriguing.
This isn't a drama, and why do you even remember that show?
So, what kind of paranormal phenomenon are we dealing with? Allow me, the great investigator, to uncover the scientific explanation behind this mystery.
Get away from Galileo's serious mode already! After work that day, I met with Shirasaki-san at our usual spot to discuss Serena. What is she planning?
You two didn't get along in school, right?
Yeah, back then, she was a rich, stuck-up brat. She and her entourage made my high school life miserable. The fact that she made fun of my family, not just me, really frustrated me. It wasn't just me. She looked down at everyone. She acted refined on the surface, but underneath, she was arrogant as hell. I know her family situation has changed, but can people really change that easily? If I let my guard down, won't things just go back to the way they were? What do you think, Shirasaki-san?
That's a tough one. I actually talk with Serena quite a bit.
From what I see, she seems to respect her. Serena often sought out Kaoru's advice.
She's really into beauty and cosmetics, so I go to her for tips. I don't see her as a bad person. But, well, since the family company went bankrupt, she said she felt like she had woken up.
So there was something that made her think that way? What exactly happened?
I can't tell you that myself. If you're curious, why don't you ask her directly? If Serena is truly remorseful, I think she'll tell you, Amatsuka.
That's true. She might have shared it with you, but it wouldn't be right for me to pry on my own. Either way, it means I have to face Toto seriously. Thank you. I feel like I found some direction.
It's nothing. Helping a junior with their concerns is part of a senior's job. Besides, since it's your request, Amatsuka, I'd go the extra mile, or even two, for you.
Thank you. You're really a reliable senior, Kaoru.
So dense.
A few days later. Thanks for coming.
Oh no, I never thought you'd invite me out for tea, Amatsuka.
You don't need to be so formal. We're not at work.
It's a habit from my school days. But if that's the case, I'll call you Amatsuka now.
Serena straightens her expression and quietly bows her head.
Back in high school, I said horrible things to you and your family. I'm truly sorry. I won't ask for forgiveness now. This is just my way of making amends.
She really does seem remorseful. I was cold to you on the first day too. That was my bad. Serena, I don't know if it's my place to ask as someone who wasn't even a friend. But what happened these past 3 years?
Back then, I truly believed I was right.
According to Toto, her family's values were completely warped. She was taught that they were the ruling class, and that others existed to be looked down on and trampled.
You dear displeasures! How do you intend to take responsibility?
Raised with these twisted values by her parents, Serena grew up to be just like them. However,
What do you mean? You want me to drop out of university and work?
There's no other choice. The company went bankrupt. It's time you paid us back for raising you.
The moment the company collapsed, their attitude changed completely. They suddenly stopped spoiling her and started treating her daughter like a workhorse.
As soon as I fell from grace, all my friends abandoned me. Of course they did. I had a terrible personality, and money was the only thing I had going for me. Even after I started working, things didn't go well at first. I had no impressive education or skills, and I still had the habit of looking down on others. No matter where I worked, I kept failing because of workplace relationships. After 3 years, I finally feel like I've become at least somewhat decent.
What about your parents now? They're not working, right?
They're just lounging around at home, doing nothing. I take care of all the housework. The only time they leave the household is when they go to donate blood.
Huh.
Well, no matter what their values were, the fact remains that they spent money on me. So I think it's only natural for me to do this much.
No, that's not right. My words came out stronger than I expected, but I didn't want to let her say anything more. As you know, my family was poor, but after I started working, our financial situation stabilized. My younger brother is in university now, and my sister plans to enter a vocational school next year. As their older brother, I feel like supporting them is just natural. But still, they both say they're grateful. For my birthday, they saved up their part-time earnings to buy me a present and celebrate with me. And of course, my mom always expresses her gratitude towards me too. Family is about looking out for each other. That's what it's all about. No matter the circumstances, making you bear all the burdens alone is just wrong.
Is that how it should be?
Yeah, you've already spent 3 years supporting 2 adults. That's more than enough as repayment. You should be able to live for yourself now.
You're so kind. Even though I said terrible things to you and your wonderful family.
Serena, the way you are now is nothing like how you were before. You're someone who can move forward. As long as I never go back to that way of thinking, I'll let the past go.
Yes, I will never have such foolish thoughts again. Thank you so much.
Several months later, Serena confronted her parents.
Serena, what is this about?
It's been a while, Toto. Actually, Serena and I work at the same place now. Who would have thought you two were her parents? What a small world.
Serena's parents clearly recognized Kaoru and shift their eyes uncomfortably.
I'll get straight to the point. I can't support you two anymore. I'm moving out.
A loud thud echoes as Kazunari slams his fist onto the table. Serena flinches.
What did you say? Have you forgotten all we've done for you?
I want to go to beauty school. Please, from now on, let me use my money for myself.
The reason Serena was so knowledgeable about beauty and cosmetics was that she had been preparing to enroll in a specialized school. She had been studying for years, even knowing it wouldn't be possible right away, holding on to the hope that she could one day pursue her dream.
Yelling like that won't lead to a proper conversation. Besides, Serena is already an adult. You have no right to keep her tied down forever.
But she's the one keeping this household afloat.
I will use the money I earn to pay for my tuition. I won't trouble you for anything.
For the time being, I'll be sharing a place with someone, so housing won't be issue either. Of course, I'll be splitting the living expenses, but I won't rely on you. Do you have any other concerns?
Well...
I was able to grow up thanks to you, father and mother. Because you dressed me up and took me to social gatherings, I developed an interest in beauty, that's true. But in the end, wasn't that just for your own pride and appearances? Not for my sake. Father, mother, and my past self too. We only ever thought about ourselves. A relationship where we truly care for each other. I don't think we'll ever be able to build that.
With that, Serena falls silent. She and Kaoru stand up and begin gathering their belongings.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
I won't be coming back here anymore. Feel free to dispose of anything I leave behind. Father, Mother, thank you for everything until now.
What are you saying? I won't allow such selfishness.
The ones being selfish are you two, don't you think? Can't you support your daughter as she takes a step toward her dream?
Stay out of this. This is a family matter.
You finally made it, Amatsuka.
You're that guy from before?
Nice to see you again. I came to hear the rest of your story. Just kidding. Actually, I was supposed to be presented for today's discussion too. But I forgot my phone at home and had to run back to get it. So I ended up being late. Serena told me that you two go to donate blood. I found that odd. Parents who treat their daughters like a tool doing volunteer work?
That's when Amatsuka came to me with his concerns. As you may know, my father is the director of a blood donation organization.
Yes, the blood donation center Serena's parents frequent is run by Kaoru's father. That's why they were already acquainted. So I went to donate blood myself, and later, you two contacted me. You told me there's an issue with your blood, so we'd like to speak with you, and lured me to a cafe. But what you actually talked about there was... Ren cuts off his words and opens up a voice recorder app on his phone.
You're worried about your academic background, aren't you? Don't worry. These days, your degree isn't everything. Of course, we'd need a small introduction fee. They're a very busy person, and their time is valuable.
We've already investigated how you illegally used contact information gathered from my father's organization. There's no escaping this.
It seems you've been targeting students, new workers, and elderly people trying to sell them overpriced educational material.
Damn you, brat!
Kazunari, in a panic, tries to snatch Ren's phone to destroy the evidence, but... Don't even try it. I'm in a really bad mood today, and I don't feel like holding back. With just one glare from me, Serena's parents completely lose their fight. I never thought my natural sharp glare would come in handy like this.
Father, Mother, how selfish can you be? You didn't just cause trouble for me, you even tried to take advantage of others.
No, Serena, that's not...
There's no one in this world who deserves to be looked down on and trampled, and deceiving people is absolutely unacceptable. It may be too late, but I hope you learn that lesson for the rest of your lives.
Afterward, Serena's parents were arrested on charges of fraud and violations of commercial transaction laws. Kaoru's father also sued them for damages, claiming they had tarnished the reputation and credibility of his organization. Maybe they thought they were just making easy money, but they ended up paying a heavy price.
Ugh, it's a mess again. Kaoru, how does it get this bad in just one day?
Well, I woke up and it was like this.
Serena started living with Kaoru under the agreement that she would help with housework and pay a minimal rent. Despite struggling with Kaoru's surprisingly messy habits, they seemed to be getting along well. Wow! Your subscribers have increased a lot since last month.
That's really impressive.
Serena also started a side business running a beauty blog and video channel. Her readership and subscribers are steadily growing, so she no longer has to worry about tuition. Time passed, and now it was spring again. Congratulations on getting into beauty school!
Thank you, but I never expected to be classmates with your sister, Amatsuka.
Strangely enough, Serena and my sister ended up attending the same school. To celebrate the two of them, we all came out for Hanami today.
Serena and I best friends now. Yeah.
Ren, you but seeing you enjoying yourself like this puts me at ease.
What are you talking about? I'm only happy because you all supported me. Once I graduate and get a job, I'll do my best to repay you and my brother.
Here you go, Matsuka.
Right in front of me is a delicious looking hamburger steak. But for some reason, I can feel a piercing glare from behind.
You two are so close, it's sweet. By the way, Matsuka, how's that client request from before? If you're struggling, I could help.
Come on, Karu. No work talk during Hanami.
Something's changed between them. They seem more comfortable with each other than before. Serena's smile isn't as refined as before, but that's fine.
Oh dear, my son is so popular.
That's my big brother. Happiness is like a collection of snapshots from different moments in life. Each piece may be small, but together they create an album, adding color to life. Looking at the clear blue sky, I quietly wish that when I look back on the future, there will be more of her big, unguarded smiles than graceful ones.
Here, it's fixed. I think you should be able to make copies now.
Thank you, Mayama-san.
My name is Satoshi Mayama. I'm a 20-year-old salesperson working at Hakamata Foods. And she is Chiharu Yoshimura, who recently joined the company through a mid-career hire. I heard she graduated from a university and worked at some restaurant for a while.
I'm sorry to trouble you when you're so busy.
Not at all. If you ever have any trouble, don't hesitate to ask.
Wow. You're not just good at your job, but you can fix things like this too. You're amazing, man.
You're exaggerating, but I'm glad it's fixed.
Ridiculous. This is no big deal. You all got back to work.
Just as I was getting embarrassed by the praise, he butted in. Junya Hakamata, the president's son and my colleague in sales. He's always at the top of the sales rankings, but he has a bad habit of looking down on the other employees.
Mayama, stop trying to show off in front of women and follow my example. Get out there and make some sales, you slacker.
Come on, there's no need to say that. I'm doing my job properly.
Huh? If you've got complaints, why don't you try beating my sales number first? Seriously, how does a guy like you get praised?
Well, Hakamata always seems to have a strong rivalry with me. He said his piece and then left.
What was that about? Just because he's the president's son, he doesn't have to be that harsh.
Haha, well, it's true he's got better sales numbers. I've got to try harder.
I'm sorry, Mayama-san. It's because I broke the copier that you had to go through that.
Oh no, it's not your fault, Yoshimura-san. And you know, Hakamata, he wasn't always like this. When we first started, in our first year, the company's policy had us doing a 3-month training stint at a group company's izakaya. Hakamata and I were assigned to the same place, and at first, I was careful around him since he's the president's son.
Hey, Mayama, take all this food to the customers, right now.
Wait, Hakamata, stop just ordering people around and do some work yourself. Otherwise, I'll have to mention this in my training report.
Huh? Mayama, are you threatening the president's son?
I often had to caution Hakamata when he tried to use his position to boss people around, but he had another side too. Hakamata, is something wrong?
Look at that guy. He's ordered another round of chicken tsukune, twice already.
Oh yeah, that's one of our popular items. I'm glad he's enjoying it.
That was something my dad created in his younger days, perfecting the seasoning and everything. It's his masterpiece.
His attitude might be bad, but he really does love the company. After the training ended, we were both assigned to the sales department at the head office. Hakamata started making waves, quickly acquiring new clients with his excellent sales skills. Meanwhile, I focused on maintaining relationships with existing clients, sometimes pushing myself too hard. I'm back! Ow, my back!
What are you doing?
Oh, well, the store manager at our client's supermarket was suddenly sick, so I helped with unloading, and now my back hurts, haha.
You're an idiot. Don't waste your time on useless things. Just focus on hitting as many clients as possible and making sales.
We've had our clashes, and now it's hard to fix things between us. As I think back, I walk into the employee cafeteria. Usually, I grab a quick bite during outside sales calls, but today I have some time. We're a food company, so our cafeteria's food is pretty popular. I like to come here when I have the chance. It's crowded as usual. Let's see, is there any open seat? Oh, Yoshimura-san, alright. Just between us, I've started to notice Yoshimura-san. Her cuteness and hardworking nature have caught my attention. Yoshimura-san, mind if I sit here? Wait, Yoshimura-san?
Oh, Marshama-san. Good to see you.
Haha, you sure eat a lot. I'm surprised.
Well, I love eating, and everything here is so delicious I couldn't help it. How embarrassing.
She's so cute. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I love eating too. I was raised by a single mother. When I was little, I don't have many memories of going out to play. That's because my mother was always working hard to raise me as a single parent. But she always made sure I had good meals, cooking delicious food for me whenever she could.
Eating is the source of everything, Satoshi. Eat up.
Even now, after she's passed away, I can't forget those words or the taste of her cooking. It's where I come from.
You had a wonderful mother. A mother's home cooking. That sounds wonderful.
Thanks. So, you see, I love eating, which is why I joined this company. So, you don't have to be embarrassed. Let's eat well and work hard.
Yes, thank you so much.
Seeing her gentle smile, my heart skips a beat. I want to know more about Yoshimura-san. Yoshimura-san, if you'd like, how about grabbing dinner after work?
I'd love to.
Too bad.
Just as I thought I might get a good answer, Hakamata butts in. He must have been eating nearby without me noticing.
You're on overtime duty today, haha. I need you to finish up the paperwork for my big client. Oh, and the department had already approved it.
What? I didn't hear anything about that. Seriously, what's his problem? In the end, my plans to ask Yoshimura-san out for dinner were postponed.
Humph, mother's cooking, huh? What a joke.
Of course, I had no idea Hakamata was muttering such things later on. And from that day on, I found myself stuck with Hakamata's work every day, leading to endless overtime. Ugh, finally seeing the end of this. Hakamata always getting in the way of my love life. I was getting along so well with Yoshimura-san back then. Wait, Yoshimura-san? What are you doing there? She definitely heard that just now, didn't she? Oh man, this is the worst.
This is for you.
Oh, you bought me coffee? Thanks. Wait, are you working overtime too?
Yes, I'm organizing these documents.
Are you taking those to the storage room? That's heavy. I'll help you.
It's okay. I don't want to interrupt your work.
No, it's fine. Here.
Thank you very much.
Our storage room has large shelves, and some are too high to reach easily. People with shorter heights need to use a step stool, so I decided to handle the organizing for the petite Yoshimura-san. Alright, I think that's the last one.
There's one more. My Yama-san, here. Oh!
Thanks.
No worries.
Since that day, we've grown much closer, and Yoshimura-san started helping me with my overtime.
My Yama-san, something good happened recently? Even with all the overtime, you seem to be in a good mood.
Really? Maybe she likes me too. Just thinking about it makes me smile. So honestly, I can't thank Hakamata enough. Thanks to her, my work motivation is higher, and then...
Congratulations, Mayama-kun. We've decided to develop your proposal for the new product series, Mother's Home Cooking.
A few days later, my proposal was selected in the company's new product competition. It's a series that recreates the unforgettable taste of a mother's cooking. In this company, we work across departments as one team to develop new products.
We'd like you to lead this project. We're counting on you.
Thank you, I'll do my best. My colleagues were as happy as if it were their own success. But of course, there was one exception.
Jeez, what a shabby proposal to get through. Mayama, don't get too cocky now.
Of course not, I'll keep working hard and stay humble. Oh, by the way, since I'm leading this project, could you take back the task you were handling for me?
You're getting full of yourself. Well, whatever, do your best. Not that anything great will come of it.
From that point on, I worked closely with the product development department, pouring everything into creating prototypes for the new product. After 3 months of trial and error to get the flavor just right, finally, Hakamata Foods' new product, the Mother's Home Cooking series, was complete. And then, the day of the tasting.
Mmm, delicious. This will definitely beat the competition.
This potato stew, it's so fluffy. Even though it's in a retort pouch, it's delicious.
The secret recipe really makes the flavors soak into the potatoes. It's amazing. Well done, Mayama-kun.
Thank you very much. A few days later, I was about to leave the office when I bumped into Yoshimura-san, so we decided to walk home together. Sorry for making you stay late again. You must be tired.
Not at all. I'm glad I could be part of the process that brings a product to market. It feels very rewarding.
I see. Yoshimura-san, you're really suited for this job. I can guarantee that.
Thank you. You've taught me something important again, Mayama-san.
Huh? Again? Yoshimura-san spoke nostalgically as she told me about that time.
You're so cute, Chiharu-chan. Hey, let's go somewhere, just the two of us after this.
No, I just need to use the restroom. Hey, who do you think you are, acting all shy like that? You're such a little tease. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... You know what? Just leave some money and go home. We only brought you here as the backup girl, and now you're just in the way.
At that time, I was working at the izakaya during my training period. Apparently, I approached her when she was standing alone. Is something wrong?
No, I'm fine. Really.
Just a moment. I think I have something. Here, when you're feeling down, there's nothing better than something sweet. Would you like one?
Huh? But are you sure?
It's fine. It's just my snack for when I'm on break. Oh, but let's keep this between us. It's a new product from our company. It's really tasty. I hope it cheers you up.
Thank you. I'll have it.
I was stunned for a moment listening to Yoshimura-san's story. I can't believe we had crossed paths before.
Thank you for that time.
Oh no, I'm sorry I don't remember.
After that, I came to the izakaya a few more times, but then suddenly you weren't there anymore. When I asked one of the other employees, they said your training had ended. That's when I found out you worked for Hakamata Foods.
Oh, you should have said something.
I didn't have the courage. Mayama-san, you always seem to be shining, focused on your goals. That day too, I was just going with the flow, filling in for a group date, and even at work, I had no goals, just drifting along. But to me, Mayama-san was dazzling. So I joined this company and finally found something I want to do.
That must be why she decided to change jobs. As she smiled, Yoshimura-san herself was sparkling with light. 1 month after the Mother's Home Cooking series launched. Tonight, we had a company banquet at a hotel to celebrate the product's huge success.
Mayama-kun, the Mother's Home Cooking series is doing great. I hear you've also secured a deal with the department stores.
Thank you. It's all thanks to the team's hard work.
To think you've achieved your dream of recreating your late mother's cooking, something you've talked about since you joined.
Yes, I'm really happy. I'm sure my late mother would be too.
What a joke. Mother's cooking. Anyone can make that by adding some soy sauce and sugar to dashi stock.
Hakamata, unhappy with my product, disrupts the celebratory atmosphere with a sneer.
Junya, I wronged you. I couldn't even give you the chance to have a meal together as a family.
I don't care about that. None of it matters.
Raising his voice at the president, who should be the father he respects, Hakamata storms out of the banquet hall.
I'm sorry, Mayama-kun. My wife, Junya's mother, supported me as the vice president of the company. She worked so hard that she couldn't even make time to cook meals for her son. She eventually fell ill and passed away. It was when Junya was still in elementary school. That's why he doesn't know what mother's cooking is.
So that's why. No wonder he's been so harsh on me all this time.
This job isn't just about selling. It's about communication and trust with people. Without that, you can't do good work. Mayama-kun, only you can do this. Please, help my son.
But how can I help? Now that I understand the truth, I can see why Hakamata was always so tough on me. As I ponder this, I spot Hakamata sitting on a bench outside the hall. Hakamata...
What do you want? Did you come to lecture me too? Or maybe to laugh at me?
No, Seeing my hesitation, Hakamata stands up and suggests we take a walk. I follow him as he starts moving. The president asked me to support him. But how do I convey that? My thoughts are all jumbled. As we walk in silence, Hakamata suddenly stops and turns around.
I said some harsh things earlier, but I'm glad the new product development went well.
Huh? Oh, thanks. I'm taken aback by Hakamata's sudden change in attitude. What's going on?
I hear the department store deal is going well too. I have to admit, you won this time.
I'm happy to hear that, but it was probably just luck. I need to work harder to catch up to you.
How about we grab a meal sometime?
Huh? Sure, there's a lot I want to talk to you about too.
Alright, I'll let you know.
2 weeks later, Hakamata contacted me about having dinner at a fancy restaurant. He booked such a nice place. Hakamata must be serious about this. I hope this can be the start of mending our relationship and going back to how things were. Thinking this, I waited for 20 minutes when suddenly a stranger appeared before me.
Are you Satoshi Mayama from Hakamata Foods?
Yes, that's me. And you are? The person who showed up instead of Hakamata was a salesperson from our rival company, Fushoji Foods. He told me he'd been contacted by someone claiming to be me, asking to meet at this location.
You called to offer to sell us the secret recipe for your new product, Mother's Home Cooking.
There's no way I made such a call. Who would do such a thing? Hakamata, it has to be him. At that moment, I realized everything. I was so caught up in the excitement that I didn't see through his scheme.
Good day, Mayama. Isn't it a lovely day?
Hakamata, what was that about last night?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about. While you're at it, why don't you explain these photos, you traitor?
What? Last night? How did these photos...
What are these photos?
Hakamata slammed a few photos on the desk. They were pictures of me meeting the Fushoji Foods employee at the restaurant last night and leaving the place.
Come clean. Did you sell our secret recipe to a rival company for money?
Of course not. Why would I? How?
Then why were you meeting with that guy? I bet you were blinded by money, you lowlife.
What is all this commotion about?
President, Mayama has been a disgraceful employee. Look at these photos.
Please, wait. I swear I haven't done anything to harm the company.
Hey everyone, this is who Mayama really is. You've all been fooled.
That's enough, Junya!
The president's stern voice echoes through the floor. He then looks at Hakamata and speaks calmly.
Look around you. No one believes what you're saying. Do you understand what that means?
What are you talking about? He's really...
Everyone here trusts Mayama-kun. They've seen his daily efforts and honest work. They know he's not the kind of person who would do something like that. And they're more suspicious of you for having these photos in the first place. Don't you realize that?
That's...
Hakamata-san, isn't that photo taken at Yoshimura?
Yeah, he was trying to make a shady deal at a fancy restaurant.
No, that's not it. That restaurant. My mother is the head chef there. When I saw the photo, I contacted her immediately. I asked her about last night's customers.
What?
Just then, a beautiful woman in her 50s wearing a kimono entered the office.
Excuse me. My daughter is always in your care. I'm Chiharu Yoshimura's mother. Mom! You didn't have to come. A phone call would have sufficed. But it's your important person's crisis, isn't it? So I rushed here in a taxi. Mom! Shh!
Thank you. Yoshimura-san has been a great help to us. What brings you here today?
I received a call from my daughter saying that a customer of our restaurant is being falsely accused. It's been a while, Hakamata-sama. How did the important business deal go?
Well, you see?
According to the head chef, Hakamata came to our restaurant a few days earlier for a preliminary visit. He specifically requested a room that would be easy to photograph from outside, under Mayama's name. On the day in question, the waitstaff also saw everything, so we have their testimony as well.
There's no way out of this. To think you'd stoop so low. How disgraceful.
Dad!
Junya, you'll be reassigned to one of our subsidiaries. You'll start over from scratch, out in the countryside. Mayama-kun, I'm sorry you had to go through that. He was too focused on big orders and numbers, losing sight of what's truly important.
No, I fail to understand him too. Maybe that's why I ended up saying things that hurt him.
Mayama, why don't you hate me?
Hearing my words, Hakamata squeezes out these words. I can't help but look puzzled. You and I have lived different lives. Of course, there are things we can't agree on. But I know this. You truly love this company and the work your father has done. That's reason enough for me not to hate you. The president, who had been listening to my words, quietly turns his back on us.
Dad,
My decision is final, Junya. You'll start over from the beginning. Both you and I will.
The president, saying thank you softly to no one in particular, then leaves to see off Yoshimura-san's mother. Shortly after, Hakamata was transferred to a subsidiary in the countryside. Just as you're unfamiliar with mother's cooking, I'm not familiar with the high-end ingredients you're used to. But when you come back, let's work together this time. I'll be waiting.
You really are. I'm sorry for everything.
I'm sure he'll return someday. Until then, I'll keep growing as well. As an aside, it turns out that shady deals were common at Fushoji Foods. But eventually, it all came to light, and the company went bankrupt, a fitting end. Even after Hakamata left, our daily routine continued. I saw her reaching for something in the storage room, so I grabbed it for her.
Thank you.
Come to think of it, this happened before too. As I fondly remember those overtime days, I glance around to make sure no one else is around.
But Satoshi-san, we're at work.
That's right, after that, I confessed to her, and now we're officially dating. We're currently in a secret office romance. Sorry, I couldn't help it since no one was around. It was just a peck on the cheek, so forgive me?
Come on.
When people lack confidence, they often notice what they don't have. They worry, doubt themselves, and sometimes even feel jealousy. But even if you can't see it, everyone has their own strengths. So even if you worry, doubt, or feel jealous, don't let negative emotions win. Instead of letting them consume you, try to turn them into positive energy. Life will be more enjoyable, and things will likely go better. Anyway, I joined this company to pursue my dream, and Yoshimura found what she wanted to do here. And until the day we get married, and until the day the reformed Hakamata returns to the head office, I'll keep moving forward.